What is up, people? My name is Shoquafina, and I'm the coach of your Lake Huron Lanturns here in Week 9 of the National Battle Association as we build our team this week for Shattered Simiseer and his team, the Tampa Bay Rayquazas. If you guys are excited for this team builder as well as the battle video coming out tomorrow, please leave a like down below, as well as subscribe if you haven't already, and follow me on Twitter to be notified when future videos are uploaded. Now, he has kind of a threatening team here. Some Pokemon that can actually wall me pretty well if used correctly. Volcanion, he has Volcanion, that was his first pick overall, and that's a very, very scary Pokemon. If it's Scarfed, it can actually do a lot of damage to my entire team. If it has like HP Grass or something for Rotom, that could be a problem as well. He also has Zapdos, which gives him a really good opportunity to Volt Switch. I don't really want to stay in on it with my Excadrill, or I don't want to switch in on it to absorb the Volt Switches with my Excadrill, because he also gets Heat Wave, and he could try and bait the Heat Wave by continuously Volt Switching until I try to predict that, and then have him predict my prediction. And I do not want to take a Heat Wave with my Excadrill from that Zapdos. So, yeah, he has the Volcanion, he has the Zapdos, he has Azelf, which is a good mon just to set up some stuff. I'm not really worried about that, though. He has Amoonguss, Crocodile, Excavalier, Mienshao, regular Kyurem, Archeops, Alomomola, and then Mega Diancie. So he has a lot of interesting Pokemon. I'm not really too worried about Mega Diancie, mostly because Excadrill just destroys it. But as long as I weaken the Amoonguss and the Alomomola, I think I should be okay to sweep with Sandrush Drill later on in the game. I really don't see anything hindering me from doing that other than the Alomomola and the Amoonguss, like I stated earlier. So Mega Diancie, obviously I want to watch out for that to set up rocks. I don't want rocks bouncing back on my side of the field, as well as like Toxic and that kind of stuff. I need to pay attention to that. Mienshao is very fast. I need to watch out from high jump kicks from that thing, because Excadrill, I was looking at Excavalier's name because he has him on his team. Excadrill and T-Tar are both weak to the fighting type move from the Mienshao. So yeah, I don't want to deal with that. Let me just jump into my team really quick. Let me talk about what I'm bringing to counter what he's bringing. So, first of all, I already said it, I'm bringing Sandrush Drill. He just decimates his entire team as soon as his Regenerator Core gets wore down, you know, the Amoonguss and the Alomomola. We're bringing Earthquake, Iron Head, Rock Slide, Swords Dance with the Life Orb, Max Attack, Adamant Nature, just enough speed to outspeed everything after Sandrush, and then we just throw the rest in HP and Special Defense. So, you know, pretty standard Sandrush Drill, standard stuff, not deviating too much from that. Obviously, after an SD, I just rip through everything. Like, nothing stands a chance after an SD. Even Amoonguss, like, if it's max physical defense after an SD, Earthquake's still doing a tremendous amount of damage to him. Up next, we have our Godzilla, Grazira, which is our Sand Setter. We're running with the Smooth Rock this week. Stealth Rock, Rock Polish, Stone Edge, and Earthquake. Because this thing can also put in a lot of work on his team. So I decided to bring a little bit of heat with the Rock Polish there. I don't know how well that's going to work out, but it'll help me really deal with a lot of things on his team. Like, I want to be able to outspeed the Volcanion, hit it with a big Earthquake or Stone Edge. Mega Diancie doesn't want to take an Earthquake, and I want to make sure I can outpace that as well, which I will after a Rock Polish. Kyurem doesn't want to deal with a Stone Edge. Zapdos doesn't want to deal with a Stone Edge. So just... Actually, nothing, to be honest, really wants to deal with a Stone Edge. Stab Stone Edge from an Adamant T-Tar. But, yeah, so the idea here is if I can't sweep with Excadrill, or I set up the Sand with T-Tar, I set up a Rock Polish. Since Smooth Rock gives me 8 turns of Sand, it gives me extra turns to work with on my T-Tar. I can set up a Rock Polish one turn, absorb a hit, because my special defense is buffed in the Sand, and then maybe knock out a couple of Pokemon before I get knocked out, and then sweep the rest of his team with Excadrill. That's the idea. That's what I'm getting at here, the kind of the hope. Stealth Rock is there because I obviously want Stealth Rocks up. It hurts the Kyurem really bad. Hurts the Zapdos, which is his only defogger, and it also makes sure his Regenerator Core can't get all of their health back every turn, because when they switch in, they'll be taking more damage. So I feel like this is going to be kind of a 1-2 punch here. I know Rock Polish is kind of gimmicky, but I could see it actually working out pretty well for me. I don't expect T-Tar to sweep everything. I expect it to put Excadrill in a good position to sweep the rest of his team that this doesn't knock out. Up next we have our Rotom-Wash, which is our special defensive wall this week, running with the leftovers and the Levitate, obviously. Volt Switch, Hydro Pump, Will-O-Wisp, and Toxic. I'm running dual status on this thing because Diancie's not going to want to switch into it, so I can Will-O-Wisp things like the Crook, just all of his physical attackers, really. Like the Mienshao would be nice to Will-O-Wisp, the Escavalier would be amazing to Will-O-Wisp, and then I could throw a Toxic on like the Alomomola, the Zapdos, some bulkier type mons like that. The Volcanion would be really nice to get a Toxic off on. And of course, Volt Switch and Hydro Pump are just there for general stab and, you know, switching out shenanigans there. So, max special defense, calm nature, max HP, basic standard special wall stuff going on there with the EVs. Yeah, like I said, Mega Diancie's not going to want to stay in on this thing because a Hydro Pump just obliterates its entire life. It does not want to deal with it. So it would probably switch out against me, giving me a free Will-O-Wisp on whatever comes in, or a free Toxic on whatever comes in. He's not going to want to switch in the Volcanion on me. Well, yeah, his play actually would be to switch in the Volcanion. Unless I predict that and go for Volt Switch, which I might. And I might also go for Toxic, predicting it to get some extra damage on it. Because I think we might actually outpace the Volcanion. I don't know, I have to calc that. But, yeah, so we'll go Toxic on the Switch, Will-O-Wisp on the Switch, all that kind of fun stuff. Up next we have our Dr. Dreidel here with the Assault Vest and Intimidate. This thing is going to be just all around wall on both sides thanks to the Assault Vest. Intimidate here, max defense. We're actually running 104 in attack with an Adamant nature and then the rest in HP. Why I'm running Adamant is because I want to be able to hit things really, really, really hard, because this actually puts in a lot of work this week as well. I match up very well against his team. Sucker Punch is there for stab, there for super effective damage against the Azelf, considering I have nothing else to really beat it down with. Close Combat hits so much on his team. Rapid Spin's there to get rid of any hazards. And Mach Punch is there for stab priority for things like the Kyurem. That's basically it. I'm here to send this thing in, intimidate something like the Crook, maybe hit it with a quick Mach Punch, stabs for effective damage, wear it down a little bit, switch out into something that can take a hit like Laundromat. If he goes for EQ, doesn't touch me, and then I can Hydro Pump or Volt Switch out, predicting a switch, and then get Intimidate off on something else with my Hitmontop. That's kind of how I'm going to work in my core here. You know, Volt Switch with Laundromat and Hitmontop, Intimidate something, maybe get some damage off, or I just switch back out into something that can take the hit, and then switch back in and Intimidate. I don't want to give his offense a chance to do anything, because with Pokemon like Volcanion, and if he brings something like Scarf or even Specs Kyurem, a Draco Meteor is going to hurt. I have nothing that wants to take a Draco Meteor. So I want to be able to wear things down, especially if he's a physical Kyurem with Outrage or something for some reason. I can Intimidate that and not have to worry about it. Also Mach Punch, Stab, super effective, priority. That's always good. And up next, we have our Chandelure here, who has been kind of the MVP thus far. Ever since I picked him up, I've been doing fantastic just with this Pokemon. It's made a huge difference having that Fire Stab, also that Fire Immunity with the Flash Fire, which could be very, very good up against this Volcanion. It kind of forces him to go for Steam Eruption, which, I mean, isn't a bad play to begin with, but I mean, nothing really on my team wants to take a Steam Eruption, so including this. But we are Scarfed. We have the Energy Ball, we have the Shadow Ball, the Fire Blast, and we also have the Trick, so we can hopefully trick the Amoonguss or the Alomomola, the Choice Scarf. So I want to worry about Wish Passing or Spore Spam, which is really good for me because I don't want to have to worry about those things. So we're just running max special attack, max speed, and then defense there, just so we can outpace a lot of his other Scarfers, potentially like the Kyurem. Mienshao could also be Scarf, but that would just kind of be overkill, except thing's already faster than anything on my team anyway. So that's our Chandelure this week. Just the best coverage I could possibly have for his team. It deals with his team fairly well. I mean, I don't want to really stay in on a few things, but the Crook's not going to really want to take an Energy Ball. It does a ton of damage to the Crook. especially if I can get it intimidated with my Hitmontop. I might actually be able to live a Earthquake from it, depending on its spread. So there's that. And finally, we are bringing our Mega Pinsir. I know it's been a while. We don't really bring him to a lot of matches because he's 4-time rock weakness. I kind of wish I didn't draft him. I wish I would have drafted something else. But when he's good in a matchup, he's really good in a matchup. So I decided to bring Mega Pinsir this week as my 6th Mon. Max attack, max speed, jolly nature, close combat, quick attack, rock slide, and knockoff. No SD on this set because we have SD on the Excadrill, and Excadrill would utilize it a bit more, I feel. So that's our team this week. If you guys are excited for this video, like I said earlier, please leave a like down below. Keep an eye out for the battle video. It should be coming out tomorrow. I also have an update video I should be posting sometime later on today, just letting you guys know about a few things that are going on, because they are kind of important. Not quite to this league, but to the other one, the GPL. So thank you guys for watching. My name is Shoquafina, and I'm out.